Welcome back, everybody. I recently won an auction lot. It was described as Machinist tools. It also had some other tools in there. I think it had some snap-on tools, and I believe it also has some service wrench tools. I paid $201.24 to the door, so let's take a look. Okay, first thing out of the box is a Starrett center head for a sliding rule. Next up is another center head. Now this one I can't see a name on. I wasn't able to find a name on this one, but it does have a patent number, and the little thumb screw here also has a patent number, so I could probably look those up to see who this was made for. Next out of the box is a protractor. This one is marked brown and sharp. Next up I have a few different pairs of dividers. This first one is marked Goodell Pratt. I'm not sure if I'm reading this one right. Let's see if I can't focus in on it. I believe it says Samson tool. Not seeing any markings on this next one. And this last one is marked brown and sharp 812. Next out of the box is a set of trauma points. These are marked Starrett number 50A. Then we have a box marked Miller's Falls Precision Rule Depth Gauge number 80. And this is what was in the box. Then we have a set of Starrett small hole gauges, number S829E. Look to be in very good shape. Sometimes these knurled parts have rust on them, but this one has a little bit, but so far so good. This one's got a little bit too, but not bad. Then we have about a 12-inch long machinist level. Not seeing a name anywhere on this one. There is one number on the top of that level on the side, but other than that, I see no markings on this. Next up, I have 3 telescoping gauges. The largest on the end is a Starrett. The center one, I believe if I'm reading it right, is a General. And the smallest on the end is a Lufkin. And just like the Miller Falls, I also have a Starrett depth gauge. I'm not familiar with this. I've never seen one of these before. This is marked the micro scale by Leonard Engineering. Not quite sure what this is used for or how it's used. Then I also have this unmarked combination square. It does have a patent number on the thumb screw. It does have the scribe, but no markings as to who made it. But maybe the patent number would be a hint, although that might just be for that screw and not for the who manufactured the piece. And I also have another one made by Starrett. So far I have to say everything out of here is pretty good condition. This is a Martin 1 5/16. We also have a Martin 1 1/4, a Martin 3/4, an Armstrong 1 1/8, an Armstrong 1 inch, and an Armstrong 7/8. Next up we have a 14-piece snap-on 1/4 inch drive shallow metric. This goes from 4mm to 15. Without looking it up, I'm not sure what that year stamp is, but it looks like they all match. Next up we have a few different steel rules. This first one's a 12-inch. The only marking I see on it, on the back it says Tryon. Next one is labeled a Machinist steel rule. It's a Pioneer number 3000. And then we have a Miller's Falls number 4. And another Miller's Falls number 4. Next out of the box is a micrometer. This one is marked, not sure if you can read that, but this one is marked the Tubular Micrometer Company. And this one is a 3 to 4 inch. Next we have a couple outside calipers. This first one is a Starrett. And if I'm reading this one right, this one's made by H.F. Ritter. Then we have a 2 to 3 inch Lufkin micrometer. Next up is a box marked Starrett. I believe they call this an inside micrometer. I'm thinking it's complete. I'm thinking this one is blank just in case you leave an end on it. Unless there's supposed to be another one going down the center here. If so, then maybe it's missing a piece. And the last thing out of the box is marked Greenfield tools. And this is a smaller set of tap and dies. So that's going to be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.